Measures to reduce the spread of the coronavirus have changed how we live our daily lives, and for people with disabilities, there have been additional challenges. Face coverings and social distancing are creating unintended consequences, as Tony Paniagua explains.
Wearing a mask and social distancing have become suggested or required measures during the pandemic. And while these steps may be inconvenient or uncomfortable for some people, for other segments of the population, it is a much more serious matter.
It can be very tiring, much more than you can imagine.
Stan Krugel uses a hearing aid and has had a cochlear implant, a device that requires surgery. He's also a board member at Aloha, Adult Loss of Hearing Association in Tucson. Aloha supports and educates these residents and the hearing community at large. In the United States alone, close to 40 million people have some type of hearing loss.
What our minds are having to do is fill in those words we're missing, okay? So our mind, after you've said a sentence to me in a speech, first thing I have to do is try to fill in those words I've missed and try to and then maybe try to get the context of what somebody's saying. So our mind is working twice as hard, and by the end of the day, it can be very debilitating.
Aloha is not opposed to wearing masks or social distancing, but members do want to point out some issues. When engaging in conversation with other people, Krugel says the hearing impaired often rely on reading lips and body language to supplement their communication. So masks and a greater distance between speakers can worsen their ability to hear and understand.
What I did, as you saw, is I write on my mask, hard of hearing. And they see that first because they're looking at my face when I approach them about something. In normal situations, we don't tell people to speak real loud to people with hearing loss because the loud talking and loud noise, it actually can be counterproductive. It actually hurts sometimes more than it does. But with this, I do ask people to speak a little more strongly to get through the material and slower, and try to enunciate as well as you can, okay? That makes a big difference.
Hi, Cynthia.
Terry Rice is the office manager at Aloha. She hears fine, but she's concerned about the COVID-related challenges among the group's members.
When I first started here, I didn't know, exactly what the issues were, but since have found that that masks are a huge issue. So, then we ordered some clear masks. There are the face shields, but there's different challenges to each of those. So that's been a major complaint of people with hearing loss, or the masks. I didn't realize the gravity of it until I started taking phone calls. So there's the phone call aspect of it. And then there's people who go to our website and they send an email. And also listening to our Zoom meetings. We have a peer discussion group, a tinnitus discussion group. So I hear from them the different challenges from, every individual has a different challenge.
So she sprung into action. Her main weapon is a dusted-off, yellowed 1988 Singer sewing machine that she had put away years ago. Rice has been designing and making masks that people can wear when engaging with the hearing impaired. The transparent material can make a huge difference for those who need to see more of your face.
This one I came up with. I wanted to come up with something that had a bigger area to show, some of your nose, your chin, your mouth. I just thought, it would be better to actually see more of, what the person is saying. And we experienced today in the Zoom meeting where people, appreciate the larger area.
Zach Coble is a volunteer at Direct Center for Independence, another Tucson nonprofit that is operated by and for people with disabilities. He has cerebral palsy, which affects a person's ability to move and maintain balance.
So for my situation, I can mask, obviously, but using things like hand washing or hand sanitation products, that takes me a while, and I can't really use gloves because it's difficult to get a glove on my hand. So I really try to limit how much I'm going out.
While Coble is gainfully employed and lives with his wife independently, he says many disabled residents have underlying conditions that can be aggravated by the pandemic. Some of them include depending on public transportation because they can't drive or don't have a car, relying on in-home support that makes social distancing impossible, and being unemployed or underemployed. So ordering food for delivery, as an example, can be prohibitively expensive.
Disabled people on supplemental security income, SSI, make about $760 per month. An extra $20, they may just not, we may just not have it.
Coble says the able-bodied population can offer support while respecting boundaries.
It's never okay to just kind of assume what disabled people need, and try to help without asking. But especially in these times, because if you try to help and that person's vulnerable to catching the virus, then it's more dangerous. Just ask what disabled people need if you see them out in the community and think they need help.
Initially, just wanted to help, the caregivers at my mother's assisted living facility, but it's grown. I'm having fun. I love it.